So it's another beautiful day on the battle for Azeroth Beta, and today we're taking a look at the shiny new Retribution Paladin. So the core of the Legion Retribution Paladin is still there. However, some things have been reworked and some of the crap in the corners have been taken away. So I'll be going over the latest changes, talents and abilities and give you my thoughts on the current Retribution gameplay. And if you like these kind of videos, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get on with the video. So the first big thing that has been changed is our judgment. So our judgment no longer debuffs the target for 8 seconds, increasing their damage taken by all spenders. Instead it debuffs the target so it takes 25% increased damage from your next spender. So one spender, not all spenders during 8 seconds. On top of that, judgment also grants 1 holy power. And to me that is just a massive improvement to the flow of the spec. It makes judgment less awkward to work with, and being able to go Blade of Wrath into judgment into a spender, especially on the pull, just feels great. And not having to work with a damage window is just So the Blade of Wrath talent is now baseline and it's called Art of War. And we thank you for that. I mean, the talent just made the spec feel complete, which in turn made the other 2 talents in the row seem pretty damn dull. So having it baseline now is damned welcome. Moving on, Avenging Wrath now increases crit and damage done by 20%. So instead of 35% increased damage, you get 20% and 20% crit. And I mean, critting more often during your CD just feels a bit better. And they reworked our mastery to line up a bit better with this, so it's a flat holy damage increase. More mastery, more damage. So it feels like most of the changes has been made to increase our sustained DPS instead of focusing on burst windows. And the biggest change of them all, look! Templar's Verdict's new animation is just insane. It looks so damn good. So yeah, the spellbook and overall abilities haven't changed that much. So let's take a look at the talent section instead. So 15 row, we have Zeal, Righteous Verdict and Execution Sentence. So starting off with the brand new Zeal, when you use Judgment you gain 3 stacks of Zeal, which increases your auto attack speed by 50%. And this stacks up to 9 times, so if you're not in range to melee swing but in range to hit with Judgment, you can stack up your Zeal a bit so you don't lose as much DPS when you return to the boss. Righteous Verdict, pretty much our old legendary back. Templar's Verdict increases the damage of Templar's Verdict by 15% for 6 seconds. Pretty straightforward, you want to try and keep it up for as long as possible, which might be a bit tricky at the start of an expansion, seeing how our haste will be really low. And they're taking another go at the Execution Sentence. So 30 sec cooldown costs 3 holy power and deals X amount of damage on the target. But more importantly, it increases your holy damage against that target by 20% for 12 seconds. So a bit of a setup for a smaller burst window for you guys who will miss the old judgment. Moving on, the 30s row, we have Fires of Justice, Blade of Wrath and Hammer of Wrath. So Fire of Justice works the same as in Legion. So the new Blade of Wrath talent, what it does now is it increases the proc chance for Art of War, so the reset on your Blade of Justice. And when it procs, it increases the damage of your next Blade of Justice by 25%. Blizzard themselves said the tuning isn't done, the numbers aren't done, so we'll see where it lands when it launches, but right off the bat, just looking at it, it still seems to put the other talents to shame. However, Hammer of Wrath is back again. Usable on enemies below 20% health or during Avenging Wrath, deals a lot of damage and generates holy power. So yeah, execute boys! I haven't been able to play around that much with Hammer of Wrath, and to be honest, I'm loving Blade of Wrath too much, especially with the Zeal talent. It just smooths out your overall rotation so much to have those procs to be able to use Blade of Wrath again and again and again. 45 row, it works exactly the same way. You have Fist of Justice, Repentance and Blinding Light, so your CC row. 60s row, we have Divine Judgment, Consecration and Wake of Ashes. Divine Judgment, every enemy hit by a spender increases the damage of your next judgment, so more enemies increases your single target damage, so it's our excuse to pad. But Mr. Raid Leader, it increases our single target damage, I have to cleave! And Consecration generates 1 holy power up for 6 seconds and deals a load of ticking damage on any enemies in it. Pretty nice that it generates holy power. Any GCD spent not generating or spending holy power tends to feel a bit clunky. Wake of Ashes, our old artifact power is now a talent. Works the same way as in Legion, deals a load of damage on every target in front of you, slows them, and if they are undead or demon, they get stunned for 5 seconds. On top of that, it also generates 5 holy power. Personally, I've been running Wake of Ashes for the most part, mainly because I'm so damn used to it from Legion, but I can see all 3 of these having their niche in different encounters. 75, Roo! Only thing new here is Unbreakable Spirit. So they're taking away the auto bubble, sorry boys. But instead of the auto bubble, we have the new passive Unbreakable Spirit. So it reduces the cooldown of Divine Shield, Shield of Vengeance, and your Lay on Hands by 30%. Which is still pretty damn nice, just being able to use them more often. But I mean, really? Come on, is it even a choice? I mean, double horse? Really? Can't beat that. Moving on to the sweet 90s. And here we have Selfless Healer, Justicar, and Word of Glory. Selfless Healer, your judgment reduces the cast time of your next Flash of Light by 33% and the healing done to others by 10%, and this stacks up to 3 times. So it's pretty much an on-demand instant Flash of Light to use on yourself or a friend. Like you'd spend it on anyone else. Better keep the 3 stacks until you need it yourself. So Justicar's Vengeance works the same way as it does in Legion, consumes 5 holy power, deals a bit of damage and restores health equal to the damage done, and the damage is increased by 50% when used against the stunned target. And Word of Glory has been reworked a bit, so it costs 3 holy power, 1 minute recharge, and you heal a friendly target, and the most injured targets close to it. You can still use it on yourself, but yeah. And lastly, the lasty row. Divine Purpose has been buffed and nerfed, but mostly buffed. So Divine Purpose, anytime you use a spender, there's a chance that your next spender will be free. Previously, there was a 20% proc chance. This has been reduced to 15%. But when it procs and you get that free spender, the free spender will have its damage increased by 20%, which will make it feel a bit more impactful. Instead of just having 1 more to spam, you'll have 1 more and bigger numbers. And this might actually change a bit how we approach our rotation. Like if you're running Execution Sentence, you might want to hold on to that free spender for a couple of sec if you're about to get Execution Sentence off cooldown and stuff like that. And Crusade replaces Avenging Wrath, increases your damage done and haste by 3% for 25 seconds, and each holy power spent during Crusade increases damage done and haste by an additional 3%, maximum 10 stacks. So all in all, 30% haste, 30% damage done. So I mean, comparing this one to our new Avenging Wrath, this one giving 30% damage and haste lasting for 25 seconds, Avenging Wrath dealing 20% damage, 20% crit lasting for 20 seconds. So the difference isn't that big, so this one might actually get reworked before the launch. However, we have a new contender on the last row, and that is Inquisition. So Inquisition increases your damage done and haste by 8%, and it lasts for 15 seconds per holy power spent. And you can spend up to 3 holy power on it. So gameplay wise, this is as bland as it gets. So there's nothing fun with keeping this buff up. It's just, oh, every now and then I spend some holy power to it and it's fun. But that doesn't mean that it isn't good. I mean, getting 8% haste at the start of an expansion where all our stats are way down is pretty damn nice. So is it fun? No. Will I use it? Probably. But personally, I hope Divine Purpose will be the go-to talent. Gotta love them RNG procs. Sure, you might get pissed off at sometimes, but just smashing in 6 spenders in a row is damn satisfying. But all in all, the Retribution Paladin feels pretty much the same as it does in Legion. They've polished a lot of the corners and taken away things that felt bad or clunky, and I have to admit, I am biased. I really like Retribution in Legion, so going into Battle for Azeroth, all the changes they made so far, it just makes a lot of sense, and it makes an already fun spec even more fun to play. So if you're like me, one of the few out there who liked Retribution Paladin in Legion, you're gonna have so much fun in Battle for Azeroth, or at least I will. And that's it for this look at the shiny new Retribution Paladin in Battle for Azeroth. Hate it or love it? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, if you like these kind of videos and want me to go over more class changes in BFA, hit that subscribe button, like and share my videos, and if you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.